Metallics, obviously, I said are going to be big this season. But aside from, you know, your gold polishes, which NARS has another fantastic one for summer, MAC has a fantastic one for summer. All these great brands have really nice golds and bronzes and coppers. Aside from the actual metallic spectrum, we're going to see a lot of colors that have a metallic finish to them. And those are really fun. I really, really like some of the new Barriel shades colors, and I'm going to show you a few of them. They're really, really, really funky. This one right here, this one is called Slow Motion, and it's this really pretty lavender silver color. Has a really nice metallic sheen to it. It's very light, kind of pearlized, very, very pretty. So you have that. Another shade that is fantastic is the Freestyle, which I'm actually wearing right now. Freestyle is a pretty light mint green. Also has that metallic sheen to it, which you'll see on my nails. This one has a little bit of glitter in addition to that metallic sheen, but it's not super concentrated. It's not like packed crazy tight. We're talking about a few sort of sparse bits of glitter, and they kind of add to the effect. They compound the effect, and all these colors have kind of like a retro 80s vibe. They kind of remind me of back in the day when everybody was wearing the matching, you know, sweatsuits and all that. So pretty fun, especially if you're, you know, old school hip hop head. Now, another collection. This collection is really worth noting would be the Borghese Tutti Frutti collection. The name pretty much says a lot about it. It's very fun, very summery, very bright. If you could think of an assortment of gelato and sorbet flavors and what those colors would look like, you'll get an idea for what the collection is all about. So you have Tutti Gelati right here, which is a pretty straightforward kind of Barbie girl pink with, you know, a lot of glitter and shimmer to it. Very fun color, straightforward, great for summer. Then you have Limoncello, which again, you'll see this has more of a pastel kind of quality to it, but this one has a nice metallic sheen to it. So that's that one. Again, with the deep green, we have Pistachio, which is pretty much a straight up emerald green with tons of shimmer. A nice even sheen throughout. Okay, so that's a few of the colors that we have, but there is more. We have Maraschino. Now, Maraschino does not have a metallic sheen. This one has more of a creamy finish. The name suggests that it would be red. It's not really red. It's more of, it's more of a cherry pink. It's a deep pink. It's not quite red, but it's a little bit deeper, and it does have more reddish tones to it. So that's mainly the difference between that one and the Tutti Gelati that I showed you a little bit earlier. And then if you prefer more, again, of a berry color or a plum color, you have Berry Confessione, which is this one. Also has a really creamy finish to it. I like this color a lot. It's a really nice shade. And if you want to go for a really iridescent bluish green, you have Menta right here, which actually really does remind me of the Creme de Menthe liquor. If you've ever had that, then this might remind you of it. Very pretty, very, very iridescent. Nice color. Not quite as deep as the pistachio, and also has more sort of turquoisey tones to it. So it's kind of a greenish, bluish color. So we have that, and next I'm going to talk about pretty much my hands down favorite collection for summer thus far, which is the China Glaze Poolside collection. This collection is the bomb. So the deal with this collection is it's all neon brights. Neon brights usually standard summer fare. Everybody wants to get, you know, bright, bold, adventurous during the summer, and nails are just another way to have fun with that. The difference with this collection is that instead of having a metallic shimmer or glitter or any kind of that kind of finish, you're talking about a semi-matte finish. So I like to compare it to your Sharpies or your highlighters in that these shades look really bright. It's almost like when you first uncap a Sharpie and you look at the felt tip and you're like, whoa, or when you first run it over, you know, a sentence on a piece of paper and the color looks so bright because it's still wet, and then it dries and it's still really bright, but it sort of has this flatter finish to it that's really interesting. So these shades have a semi-matte finish to it. They're not quite matte, but they're almost 100%. And that's what makes them really, really fascinating, at least to me. And so let me show you some of the colors we're talking about. So I'll start with the one in my hand, which is Flip Flop Fantasy. And I think the name is hilarious because if you think about the old school flip flops, back when we didn't have that many options, one of the go-to colors was very, very similar to this one, which is a fluorescent orangey pink, like almost a neon salmon pink. And that's what this color is about. And so if you remember that, you'll probably laugh a little bit when you check out the shade because it's literally on, I mean, it's on the spot. It's perfect. Spot on. Okay. This green. One of the coolest greens I've seen. I can't pull off green all that well. Even neon greens. I can do emerald greens or something along the lines of what I'm wearing now. But this neons are a bit tricky for me. But I managed to pull this one off. So yay. This one is called Kiwi Colada. Doesn't look like a kiwi at all. It's a neon green. Again, think of a highlighter green and you'll have an idea for what the shade looks like. But it looks really dope on. And when you apply it, you can lay it on. It dries really quickly. All these polishes, the China Glaze polishes, dry on really quickly, which tends to be pretty much a constant with a lot of matte polishes. They dry quickly, and then you can layer on the color, and it just looks really fun. For a bright yellow, and I'm talking, whoa, bright, you have this yellow polka dot bikini, and it is as neon as it gets with the yellows. Then we have your neon orange. Again, think of a highlighter, a Sharpie, and voila, you have an idea of what this looks like. This is called Sun Worshipper. Very tongue-in-cheek name. If you want a really hot pink, we have this one right here, which is called Pool Party. Very hot pink right there. And we have a really great blue. This one is called Towel Boy Toy, and it's one of my favorite shades in the collection. It's a deep turquoise, again, has sort of a semi-matte finish. And it just looks really fun on the nails. I really want you guys to see the swatches on the site so you can get a really good idea for what they look like. If you're into brights, another color, obviously I already gave you the China Glaze collection, but another color to check out is this one from Face Stockholm. It's shade 123. It's also a very bright green shade. Obviously, it's not quite as bright as the China Glaze. You can see the color. It's not quite as deep as this one, and it's a little bit creamier. This one has more of a creamy texture, but it's really funky and it's really, really nice. Very unique shade.